Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I begin here, and back finally. Got a new flash drive. Going to start putting out episodes on a daily basis. Hopefully, we're right on track. Right, we're just supposed to be. So if you're watching this video, you're watching it the day after I made it. So okay, what's going on now is if you haven't been watching the live streams, we're working on the main hub where you get to select your character. This is a pretty interesting little part of it right now. I've already set up the structure blocks. I'll go over what's going on right here with all the redstone, the chests, the hoppers, the dispensers, the pistons. I'll explain with command blocks and all that. Sorry if you missed that. Like I said, my flash drive's been down, or not down, lost, I should say. How does the flash drive go down? It got lost. I couldn't find it, so I couldn't do any episodes. Or I could, but I didn't want to get so far behind that I'd be spitting out episode after episode. So Speedray and I have been working on this a little bit. And this is the main hub where you start the game. You get to choose your characters. We'll get more into that. And this is actually done in the darkness. And this is actually at 00. The center of the ship is at 00. This is not a spaceship. If you haven't watched my live streams, this is not a spaceship. Darkness is not space. It is absolutely nothing. It's empty. Empty of everything, stars, whatever you want to call it. It's not space at all, and it's breathable. So characters can breathe in here. And the main, whenever you're in the darkness, the main, this is Speeder is making a mock-up of like the cockpit or the command center of the ship. Yeah, there's not. Or the main mob for the darkness is going to be the Phantom. I thought that'd be a really cool thing to have Phantoms flying around. And the darkness, you think it's going to be dark, but the players will have night vision whenever they're in the darkness, so that anything in the darkness will light up. So, except for the darkness, of course, it'll still be black in the background, but everything else will be lit up. These are Speedray and I. We literally built this in like 12 minutes working together without even communicating. We just kind of built this. This is a shuttle. When you leave the mothership or the main ship, or whatever you want to call it, you get teleported to the shuttle. So you'll have a view of all the ships in the darkness and the main ship. It's going to be pretty cool once this is all darkened in. I still have to expand it a little bit more. I've been doing that off while I'm not recording. Anyway, so I've got the command blocks all set up, and what these are is once you choose your character, you go down here, you get equipped with everything that you have, and there'll be like maybe 12 different ships that you'll get teleported to, depending on the character that you choose, and that's where you'll start the game. So everyone, not everyone, but whatever character you have will actually have a different view of the ship or of how they're departing the darkness to go into the dream realm. I know it sounds confusing, but the more this goes on, the more you'll go understand it. This is actually on a realm now. This is actually on a realm. Speedray and I are working on this in the realm, so we can do it constantly. Like I said before, if you're interested in building a game or coming out and testing it or whatever it is, if you want to just come here and just see it, go ahead and ask. Leave in the comments down below, and not a problem. I'll give you an invite to the realm, and you can fly around and look at it. Of course, you won't be able to break any blocks. You'll just be as a guest. But if building's your thing, or you have ideas that you want to add to the game, let's communicate. Let's talk, and we'll get you set up and maybe bring you in on this. Okay, so let me go ahead and start putting in these command blocks here. Let me make sure. Okay, I'm on the right side. Speedray and I, when we're not playing, we leave little messages. He uses red arrows, I use green arrows, and we'll just communicate back and forth on ideas and stuff like that. Fortunately for me, he extended all these loading platforms for the little shuttles. Anyway, let's go. Let's put these all in. These are all just loaded as temp. Sorry, I sound like I'm out of breath because I am. So these ones will get all loaded in as normal, and as you can see, it just fits in there nice and neat. So what we can do is go to the next one, load this in, and we will load this in as temp. Hopefully I make this video short. This should be video 57, I think. So let's load this in. That's loaded in. Everything's good. Just checking center. Yeah. Just checking center. And everything looks good. Let's look at the height. Height looks good. Let's go down here. Load this in. There's 12 characters you get to choose from, in case you didn't know. We'll do a temp here. We'll load that in. Hopefully I didn't get any of these wrong. I didn't double check them. I'm fairly confident that I did. Yep, because this one's just trimmed back. That's why it's different. And then hopefully Speedway and I start building this ship while we're recording so you can see it. It should be pretty interesting how we do it. Him and I just kind of work together. We have two different styles of building. He's a really, really, really talented builder. But it's really neat because we have two different ways of doing things. There we go. That looks good. And put in the last one for this side. Or one more, never last. Always bad to say last. We'll load that in. There we go. Now let's go ahead and get rid of these command blocks. We don't need them anymore. Command blocks. Let's go ahead and get rid of these structure blocks. We don't need them. All right. This represents right here, just real quick, is green means I'm done with this. This is the very first one. Everything's being modeled off of this one. These command blocks will change because every character is different. No two characters are alike. Like I said, there's 12 characters. So now these ones here, I really should have started recording to show you how I did this because I'm going to do a 180 now. But it's all trial and error, and it would have made 10 episodes of me just goofing around with stuff. But this is basically the same thing, except I'm going to 180 it, which means my block placement for my structure block will be different. I had to equal it out so it lined up perfect. Just like that. And everything looks good. And I can just do the same thing I just did over there. We'll do a load. Temp. As long as I don't load this in before I do the 180 on it, I'll be fine. If I don't do the 180 on it, I may not be fine. Looks good. Continue on. You can see I already had a one there to tested it. It took me 2 times to get it in the right area, but I built it back so I wouldn't destroy my ship or the ship, not my ship. Let's do another temp. 180. Excellent. You see how the blocks end up differently? They're just catty corner basically. So if you wanted to do it, just catty corner where you need it. See how that is? Same thing. This will end up over there once I load it in. So just in case you want to know how to 180. Temp. Don't forget to 180 because we're all expecting me to do something stupid. And if I can do this without doing something stupid, and here we go, one more. This is his mock-up, Speedway's mock-up for the thrusters, which I thought was pretty cool. So maybe we'll skip one of these, skip one of those, and then fill this in to make it look like a ship. We're not 100%. You know, it's not gonna look like stone and all that. This is just a mock-up. You know, the thrusters are actually on. It's pretty neat. Of course, the darkness has no up, down, just like space. It has no up, down, but it also doesn't have any place to land. I mean, there's just nothing out there. There's no land. There's no planets. There's, you know, nothing. I'll get more into what the darkness is as the game progresses. Most of it, I'm just making it up as I go along, so bear with me. 180, load. There it is. And we have all our Loading bridges done. Like I said, these will shoot out to different shuttles. Looking pretty good. And there's one of the shuttles. This is the Archangel, which I'm going to try to make up different banners and all that for the different characters. But that's the Archangel. So when I'll give you an example, let's go in here and let me explain this real quick. So Archangel's done. So when you come here, these won't be here, and you want to be an Archangel, you'll go here. There'll be a book, a message, everything. The Archangel, what the Archangel does, a little backstory on the Archangel, what realm the Archangel's from, what special abilities the Archangel has. For example, when you look at the display, it says Dark Angel. It says Archangel right here. If you look at the display, when you choose this character, you will have everything he has. So yeah, you'll have Elytra as well. And Archangels have slow falling. And when you first start the game, you have because just in case player versus player, or just in case you get in there and there's a mob right off the bat, you say you're a human. You come standard as Steve skin or whatever skin that you have. So you gotta have regeneration, your heart regeneration for 1 minute. So either if you play with player, you can get away from people that are trying to troll you or something like that. You have a minute to get away, and you'll see as the game progresses, you can get away from them pretty easy. Let me think. Okay, so say you come here, you choose the Archangel, you read about it, or not. You choose the Archangel. You're looking for a character. There'll be 12, of course. This is the only one that's almost done. And you'll choose Archangel, and you go, oh, that's what I want to be. I want to be an Archangel. So once you choose them, we're probably going to cut this off a little bit to separate, these display stands. Say there's a wizard over here, and you want to be a wizard or an elf or a dwarf or a demon or a scribe, whatever character it is. I want to divide them. So once you choose your character, you go to the back. The book will explain everything. You go to the back, there'll be a little message here of point of no return. You can actually look out the loading bridge windows, and you can see a little bit. Like I said, there'll be the shuttles that you're going to get transported to. You'll see them, somewhere here. You'll see a bunch of shuttles, or down there, or there'll be one underneath the ship, one directly above the ship. You'll be able to see them through this window here. This will be all darkness, but like I said, all the players are, whenever you're in the darkness, players will be granted night vision, so you'll be able to see everything illuminated in the darkness. It's going to be really, really cool, because of course any kind of light, a little bit of light in the darkness is bright. So anything that gives off light, like the ships and all that, you'll be able to see them. Very easy. Okay, so you go to here, be a point of no return. You go here, the door opens up, it closes. See, this is a point of no return. So you're forced to stand on this block. And then there'll be a little sign here explaining Archangel. When you're ready to exit, push the button, and it'll put you on the shuttle. So you hit that, it's going to drop through. You're going to go through a bunch of stuff. See how quick that was? You got teleported over here, but also at the same time, you are equipped with everything that the Archangel had. So now you're an Archangel. So you start off with whatever the Archangel had. And see the regeneration hearts, you'll get that now, and you'll get it again once you. This is the little shuttle I was talking about. Let me fly up. That's that little shuttle. This is one of 12 of them. This will be the Archangel shuttle. So you kind of spawn on this bridge here. I was thinking about having you spawn in here, and this be a window here, but I don't know. There'll be barrier blocks, so you can't fall off of here. But you'll be able to see the ship and everything else and all the other little ships. Like I said, it's going to be really, really neat. Then you enter your shuttle. A little thing. All the shuttles are probably going to be pretty similar, except here I'm probably going to replace the flower with another Lectran, giving you even more instructions, get you prepared, because after this you start the game. And even before then, this is like the last stage before you start the game. That is not even the first stage. You have to go through the Great Hall. There's a lot of things you go through the darkness before you get to the actual game. And there's not a lot to do in the darkness in this level, because this is the opening, this is the intro to the game. So there's not going to be a whole lot. Hold on one sec. I had hiccups. So, you know, there won't be a lot. This will be just an introduction to the game. This will be more eye candy than anything else, and getting players prepped and ready to dive into the game. So then you enter the cockpit. Well, you enter the cockpit, take two, and then you have a little chair here. You can sit down in your chair. You can actually view again. You know, you can get up here all the way like a little cat, and you can get a good view of the darkness and everything else. And once you're ready, you would push this button. What that lectern back there would tell you is you push this button, and that'll actually get you started into the game. I'm not going to push that button right now because I don't want I don't want to give away too much of what is going on. This is going to transport you to the game. You've seen it. If you watched episode 1, you watched the Garden of Eden being built. That's where it takes you. Yeah, so that's about it for today. I wanted to make this video short. This is going to be the shortest video. My last one was only 37 minutes, and this one's only 16 minutes so far. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to show you. Like I said, I want to, what I'm going to do, oh, see, I'll get back to that. I told you in the beginning of the video, I'll show you what those hoppers, chests, and all that stuff is for. See, this is where you land on the ship. You come down here from the Hall of Knowledge, and it transports you to the ship, which this is actually the back of the ship, a little landing area, but you can see it's pretty neat in how the darkness works. I did this just to give an example so you can see it, and there'll be phantoms flying around it. It'll be pretty neat. But there will be barrier blocks to protect you from the phantoms in the very beginning of the game, but you will see them, and it'll be pretty cool. And I'll let you show you what I'm doing, and I'm not going to do this on camera or while I'm recording, more like, but I just want to show you what it is I'm doing before we get into building the ship. So, you know, you have your pistons, that's what was dropping you in. You have a bunch of redstone here. What these are droppers, and for the Archangel I didn't need them because I can use command blocks down here, you know, to do everything. The first one is give at P iron sword, so that's what gave me the iron sword, and so on and so forth. Oops, I picked that one. This gives you slow falling. All characters will have some kind of ability effect, whether it's regeneration, like wizards can just constantly regenerate, you know, but they're fairly weak on weapons until you actually craft the weapons or find the weapons, or however you get it, buy the weapons, or steal the weapons or take them off of somebody else, however you plan on playing the game. But yeah, so all characters will have some kind of ability, and the ability to last 32 actual days of playing. You know, so if you stop playing, come back, it just continues for 32 days. So which could be 6 months, whatever. But if you die, you lose your ability. Yeah, so this is all this. And the last one is where it TPs you, and that's where it TP'd. That player is over there. And up here. So I don't want to do all that on camera. It's going to take me quite a long time. And then do the display stands, make the characters. So once that gets done, I'll show you that. But I need to get that done, all this done, before I start turning this into a ship, because once I cover this up, that's it. And inside here, these little yellow markers, I need to fill these chests for the dispensers, because as of right now, that I know of, there's no way to give players dyed leather. So like say you're the elf character that wears all green, and I have to dye the leather. There's no way to put a command block to set a command so that it gives the player dyed green leather. So what I did is I put these dispensers in here, and there's 4. So when the player drops in, I want him to have green, him, her, whatever. I want him to have green boots, green everything, leather, armor. Well, I have 4 ports or 4 dispensers all the way around it to. As soon as they drop down, I know I'm kind of losing myself here, but as soon as you drop down from here, this is where you get equipped, and you'll get everything you need as your character. It'll be given to you, you know, from the get-go, whether it be bows or whatever, anything I can't give you in a command block. That's what the dispensers are here for. And then just in case somebody wants to put this map on a realm or something like that, and you have tons of players, I'm going to fill these chests completely up with, armor and all that stuff. So you'll have plenty of armor for plenty of characters. I think the rough number, I can't remember how much is in a chest. So there's 9, 18, 36, 47, or 45, something, 64 slots, duh. Plus what the 9 that's held here, so that's 73, plus the 5 that's held here, that's 78. So you'll have 78 pairs of whatever. And I'll leave access holes for anyone that's running. If you're going to be like the master running it, you'll be able to refill it, or you'll be able to find it and be able to refill what you need to. But yeah, that's it. It's going to take me a while to do all the dice, to put all, I have to fill all these chests with everything that we need. There's almost every possible color and leather being used. It's a massive game. That's about it. I mean, you've missed a lot. I haven't even showed you what the new game, but what the game's starting to look like, because with Speed Ray out here, we're changing things. He's throwing in his ideas, and it's really great because we're two different style builders, and it's great to watch us do separate things. And when we build a ship, I just want you guys to see us build it together, because we don't really even communicate. We work so well together, and we get it done. Yeah, but that's going to wrap it up. That's all I wanted to show you for today. If you haven't subscribed, hey guys, please do so. I think I'm up to 74 subscribers, and I'm just about to hit my 5 months. I think next week or the week after. But wow, it's been a ride. I apologize that I haven't been putting up videos every day. I got burnt out a little bit, but I'm back now. I got my flash drive ready to rock. Yeah, but that's gonna wrap it up, guys. Hey, hit that like button because it helps me out. Puts me in the algorithm, gets me more views, gets me more people, and I hope this is really interesting to you. Please let me know in the comments what you think. I appreciate any kind of feedback. And like I said, if you want to be involved in this, hey, just reach out to me and we'll start talking. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. And I'll see you guys next video.